We always talk about Apple being the absolute epitome of expertise when it comes to things like user experience design. But I want to talk about how they're also a masterclass in change management. When Apple rolls out a new tool, they're managing a change with one of the biggest audiences or groups of users that we know of today. And they do it so expertly. So let's break it down. First is the way that they communicate their new releases. We're all familiar with things like their developer conferences now, where they come out and tell us what to expect for their next release. They demo features and they get people excited about what's coming. Then they use influencers across the internet and across different types of user groups to get people really excited for how they're going to be able to use these tools and where they're going to impact those specific user groups. They have influencers in the developer space talking about how it's going to change app design and whatever else those technical resources are focused on. They have people here on TikTok sharing with you why or how it's going to be valuable for you based on all different types of demographics, like your accessibility focus or other things like that. And they are the masters of using feedback and iteration to improve their products over time. Kind of coming down into this idea that they understand their demographics. They recognize that they have early adopters that are a part of their target demographics and folks that are laggards that are going to hang back a little while until they adopt the technology. They use the feedback from those early adopters to iterate and adapt on their design and their implementation of technology so that when those laggards come along, the technology is absolutely perfected. Coming back to this idea of different demographics, they also recognize that they've got those laggards or people that are not just as technology savvy as their early adopters. They have tools like their in-store instruction on how to use iPads and iPhones and your computer for those folks that might not be as easy to adapt to change. They differentiate how they manage the change with these different demographics across the board. And I think another really important part of how they're so successful with rolling out change and new features is that they aren't the first one to adopt all new technology because they wait to do it right. Go to part 2 if you want to learn more about how you can take these tactics and use them to implement change within your organization.